What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Thank you to everybody joining us the last two nights on the live streams. They've been absolutely wild. The chat has been rare form, so we definitely appreciate all the support. We got some news today as Salah met the media. Obviously, first and foremost, Joe Flacco is going to be starting on Sunday. No surprise whatsoever there. He's going to go with old reliable, the veteran. But it's going to be very interesting to see how the Jets adjust their offense now after a week of self-evaluating themselves. So obviously the Cleveland Browns can generate a lot of pressure with Myles Garrett, Jadeveon Clowney. Will the Jets go to like the quick passing game, like hit the running backs out of the backfield, hit the tight ends over the middle, 3 or 4 step drops, 5 step drops, do all those things, get the ball out of Flacco's hand as soon as possible, try to establish the running game, because you just can't have him sitting back to like a lame duck or whatever, a duck, a statue, which everybody's calling him now. The other thing is it's interesting to see how much of a leash they're going to have with Joe Flacco. If they have a very stagnant first half, or they're sluggish or not scoring points, or they're teeing off on them, will they go for the younger, more mobile Mike White? So a lot remains to be seen there. The other news, obviously, is Zach Wilson's back in practice. The one little glimpse of video we all saw, he looks really good. Could he possibly come back maybe next week? I don't know. I think it's all wishful thinking at this point, but definitely encouraging. So not if next week, the week after, because he looks like he's quite mobile, running around and feeling good. Major injury news is Jordan Whitehead potentially could be week to week. Right now, he's not practicing. Salah's not going to tip his hand too much. Connor Hughes kind of said this is where he's probably going to miss Sunday, so they're calling up Will Parks. That's not ideal by no means, because now your safety depth is being challenged, where I think Jordan Whitehead is the better of him and Joyner. Joyner struggled last week. Will Parks, who is pretty good, but now your other 2 guys that can fill in are Ashton Davis and Adams, which is not ideal by any means. The only positive is that Cleveland's not a high-flying offense where they're going to challenge you vertically for the most part. I mean, Jacoby Brissett's kind of limited, so we'll see how they handle it, but that's definitely a setback. This is kind of where you do miss Jason Pinnock. You missed him last week. You missed him this week. Braden Mann is hurt, so that's why they brought it. They signed the guy to the practice squad to kind of compete with him. And this whole Braden Mann thing remains weird because he had no competition in practice and training camp. He's struggling again. The Jets could have probably upgraded him. They didn't. And now you're kind of stuck in this little conundrum here. As of now, they're not bringing any other kickers. But, we'll see what happens there. The last thing is that Salah addressed his whole receipts thing. And I'm sure the Jets organization said, listen, man, you got to back off of this. You're pissing off the fans, the media, everything else. But in his approach, he's saying he was kind of protecting his players, protecting his locker room, and maybe it potentially galvanizes them and it rallies his troops. Kind of a little bit early to show your hand, week 1, to do that kind of stuff. But he said he was emotional. He kind of backpedaled a little bit. But you know what? At this point, we've all been saying the same thing. I don't care about your slogans. I don't care about your phrases. I don't care about anything you do other than winning. This Sunday is a winnable game. You got to find a way to win it. You got to get out of these first 4 games like 2-2, or say 2-3 after 5. You can't start out 0-2 because it kind of trickles down. It starts to spiral out of control. So, going to be a very interesting week. We'll do our preview on Friday. Obviously, we're going to stream on Sunday, and we'll see what happens. Never a dull moment with this team, but thank you for all the support. We appreciate it.